Imagine waking up tomorrow morning and finding out you just won $50 million. Your mortgage, gone. Your debt, gone. Your financial problems, gone forever. Or so you'd think. Here's the reality that nobody talks about. 70% of lottery winners go completely broke within 5 years. 44% spend their entire winnings in that same period. And 1 in 3 lottery winners actually declares bankruptcy. How is this even possible? Most people assume that winning the lottery would permanently solve every financial problem they've ever had. Pay off the house, clear all debt, retire early, travel the world, set the family up forever. The reality is almost the exact opposite for most winners. Within 5 years of winning tens of millions of dollars, the majority of lottery winners are worse off financially than before they won. Not just broke, many are in more debt, with more enemies, more stress, and more regret than they ever had in their entire lives. But here's why this video matters even if you never plan to play the lottery. The exact same financial mistakes that destroy lottery winners are happening to regular Americans every single day. Understanding why winners fail is the blueprint for how you succeed. The phenomenon is called sudden wealth syndrome, and it's a clinically recognized psychological condition. When a person receives a massive influx of money that doesn't match their existing financial identity, the brain literally doesn't know how to process it. Your financial identity, how you see yourself in relation to money, is built over decades. A person who earns $40,000 a year has a $40,000 identity. When they suddenly have $50 million, their bank account changes instantly, but their financial identity, habits, and decision-making stays exactly the same. The moment word gets out that you've won, your entire social world transforms overnight. Family members you haven't heard from in years suddenly appear. Friends want loans. Neighbors have investment ideas. Charities reach out. The social pressure to give, spend, and invest becomes absolutely overwhelming. Suddenly, winners are invited into social circles they've never experienced before, and human psychology kicks in. When your peer group lives in mansions, drives exotic cars, and takes private jets, your $50 million starts to feel like it's barely enough to keep up. This is called lifestyle inflation on steroids. Here's the typical timeline. Year 1. New house, new cars, gifts to family. Year 2. Renovations, vacations, bad investments. Year 3. More family demands. Lawsuits begin. Failed business ventures. Year 4. Selling assets to cover losses. Year 5. Bankrupt. The math is devastatingly simple. Every lottery winner who goes broke makes the same 5 financial mistakes, and the fascinating part, these aren't dumb people. These are normal people who never had the financial education to handle sudden wealth. Let's break down each mistake in detail. Mistake number 1. Spending before planning. Most lottery winners make their first major purchase within 72 hours of receiving their winnings, before talking to a tax professional, before consulting a financial advisor, before understanding how much they actually have after taxes. Emotion overrides reason completely. Mistake number 2. Saying yes to everyone. A study of lottery winners found that, on average, winners gave away nearly 25% of their total winnings to family and friends within the first 2 years. And here's the painful irony. Most of those relationships deteriorated or ended completely after the money ran out. Mistake number 3. Trusting the wrong financial advisors. The moment a person's newfound wealth becomes public, they attract a dangerous category of financial predator. Fake advisors who promise guaranteed high returns, friends with amazing business opportunities, and family members who just need a loan with no real repayment plan. Mistake number 4. High-risk investments made from emotion rather than strategy. Lottery winners consistently make large investments in businesses they know nothing about. typically run by people they already know and trust. Restaurants, nightclubs, tech startups, real estate ventures. The failure rate of these emotional investments is catastrophically high. Mistake number 5, and the most mathematically devastating: lifestyle inflation without income. A $5 million mansion costs $80,000 a year just in property taxes and maintenance. A yacht requires staff, docking, and maintenance. A lavish lifestyle can easily cost $1 million per year to maintain. Without ongoing income, even $50 million evaporates within a generation. These aren't hypothetical scenarios. Jack Whittaker won $315 million in 2002, the largest lottery jackpot at that time. Within 4 years, he'd been robbed twice, sued dozens of times, faced multiple DUIs, and his granddaughter died tragically after he publicly blamed his lottery win for ruining his life. Here's a shock most winners aren't prepared for: a $50 million jackpot lottery win, after federal taxes of 37% plus state taxes averaging 5%, leaves approximately $29 million. Then if you take the lump sum, that number drops further. Winners spend like they have $50 million, but they actually have closer to $28 million. Here's the deepest truth about why lottery winners fail, and why this matters for your life. Money doesn't change who you are. It amplifies who you already are. If you have bad financial habits with $40,000, you'll have catastrophically bad financial habits with $40 million. The habits come first, always. Think of money as a magnifying glass. It doesn't create new behaviors. It magnifies existing ones. A saver at $40,000 becomes a more powerful saver at $4 million. A spender at $40,000 becomes a catastrophic spender at $4 million. This is why financial education matters infinitely more than the amount you earn. But here's where the story gets genuinely exciting. A small percentage of lottery winners actually use their windfall to build lasting multi-generational wealth, and the things they do differently are completely learnable, completely applicable to your life, starting with 0 lottery winnings required. Successful winners do one thing immediately that failed winners never do. They stay completely silent and take a minimum 90-day planning period before spending a single dollar. No announcing to family, no posting on social media, no big purchases, just building the right professional team: tax attorney, certified financial planner, and estate attorney. Successful winners understand one fundamental principle: never spend the principal, invest the windfall into income-generating assets first. Dividend stocks, bonds, real estate, index funds. Then live exclusively off the income those investments generate. The principal stays invested and grows. You live off the yield. This is exactly how old money families stay wealthy across generations. Successful winners set non-negotiable financial boundaries with family and friends before they tell anyone about the win. They decide in advance, and in writing, exactly how much they'll gift, to whom, and under what conditions. This removes emotion from the equation and protects both the money and the relationships. The real lesson has nothing to do with the lottery. It's this: financial habits and systems determine outcomes, not the amount of money involved. Build the right habits now, at whatever income level you're at, and you will handle any amount of money successfully. Skip the habits, and no amount of money saves you. Lesson 1. Your financial habits are infinitely more valuable than any amount of money. The person who builds the habit of saving 20% of every paycheck, regardless of the amount, will build lasting wealth. The person who spends every dollar, regardless of income, will remain financially vulnerable forever. Here's a powerful concept. Think of your financial life as a video game with levels. Right now, you're at a certain level. Every good financial habit you build moves you to the next level. Budget consistently. Level up. Automate savings. Level up. Start investing. Level up. Build multiple income streams. Level up. Lottery winners skip all the levels, and their character can't handle the endgame. Lesson 2. Always plan before you spend. Whether you're managing a $500 paycheck or a $50 million lottery win, the principle is identical. Before any significant financial decision, give yourself a mandatory waiting period, 24 hours for small purchases, 30 days for major ones. Plans made in calm moments protect against decisions made in emotional moments. Lesson 3. Protect your principal. The wealthy don't spend their wealth, they spend the income their wealth generates. If you invest $10,000 in dividend-paying investments, you spend the dividends, not the $10,000 itself. The principal stays invested and continues generating more income. This is the fundamental system of all sustainable wealth. Your wealth protection plan doesn't require millions. It requires 3 things: a written savings goal, automated transfers so it happens without willpower, and a trusted financial professional you can call when large financial decisions arise. 3 things. Write them down today. Here's the perspective-shifting truth. If you're investing $200 a month starting at age 30, you don't need to win the lottery. At 8% average annual return, which is roughly what the S&P 500 has historically delivered, you will have over $1.3 million by retirement. No lottery required, just consistency and time. The single most dangerous financial belief in America is that more money would fix your money problems. If you can't manage $1,000, you can't manage $1 million. If you can't save 5% of $3,000 a month, you won't save 5% of $30,000 a month. The behaviors that create financial security must come before the financial security. Wealthy families stay wealthy across generations, not because of luck or lottery wins. They stay wealthy because they pass down financial education, systems, and habits alongside their wealth. The knowledge transfers with the money. Most Americans receive neither the wealth nor the knowledge, but you can break that cycle starting today. Financial knowledge compounds just like money. Learning one concept makes the next one easier to understand. Understanding budgeting makes saving easier. Understanding saving makes investing easier. Understanding investing makes wealth building easier. Each lesson builds on the last, and the returns on financial education are permanent. Here is your anti-lottery winner checklist. Build strong financial habits at your current income. Automate savings so it happens before you can spend it. Invest in boring, reliable, diversified index funds. Live below your means consistently. Say no to financial pressure from others. Review your finances monthly. This checklist is worth more than most lottery tickets. Here is the secret that every financial institution hopes you never discover. If you took the money you spend on lottery tickets, the average American spends $530 per year and invested it in a simple index fund instead. Over 30 years at 8% return, you'd have over $65,000. Guaranteed, no luck required. Your personal wealth system is elegantly simple. Earn your income. Immediately allocate by the 50-30-20 rule. Automate your savings and investment transfers. Repeat every single month. This system, done consistently for 20 to 30 years, creates the same outcome that lottery winners destroy in 5 years. Quick question for you. Drop in the comments. What would you do if you won $50 million tomorrow? I read every comment, and I'll reply to tell you whether your plan would actually work or if you'd become another cautionary tale. The answer might surprise you. The irony of this entire story is beautiful and simple. The financially educated person who earns an average income, saves consistently, invests regularly, and lives below their means, ends up in a dramatically better financial position than the majority of lottery winners who received millions. Knowledge beats luck every time, without exception. The first practical step after watching this video, build your budget. In my video on breaking the paycheck to paycheck cycle, I give you a complete system for managing any income level effectively, whether you earn $30,000 or $3 million. Link is on screen right now. Final recap. 70% of lottery winners go broke within 5 years due to sudden wealth syndrome. The 5 mistakes are spending before planning, saying yes to everyone, trusting the wrong people, making high-risk emotional investments, and unsustainable lifestyle inflation. Success requires planning first, building income systems, and setting firm financial boundaries. Your 3 most important takeaways. 1. Habits over income. Always. 2. Plan before you spend any significant amount. 3. Never touch the principal. Only spend the income your investments generate. Write these 3 down, right now. Here's the most empowering part of everything we covered today. You don't need to win the lottery to achieve financial freedom. You need discipline, a simple system, time, and the willingness to start. Those 4 things are available to every single person watching this video right now. Your action steps this week. 1. Write down your current financial habits honestly. Spending patterns, savings rate, investment activity. 2. Identify 1 bad financial habit to replace this month. 3. Set up 1 automatic savings transfer today. Even $25 a month builds the habit that builds wealth. Here's my challenge to you. The $25 challenge. Open any investment account today. Fidelity, Vanguard, Schwab, all free. And invest $25 this week. That's it. Not because $25 makes you rich, but because the habit of investing consistently is worth infinitely more than any lottery ticket you'll ever buy. Thank you seriously for spending time on your financial education today. Every minute you invest in learning how money works pays dividends for the rest of your life. That's not a metaphor. It's compound interest on knowledge. If this video gave you a valuable perspective shift, hit the like button and subscribe. I release 1 video every week, breaking down personal finance in plain English. No jargon, no products to sell, just honest financial education that school never gave us. Next week, how billionaires legally pay almost 0 taxes while regular Americans pay 30% or more. The legal strategies they use, why they're available to everyone, and how you can start applying them immediately. You do not want to miss this one. One final thought before you go. The lottery is not your financial plan. Your habits are your financial plan. Your savings rate is your financial plan. Your investment consistency is your financial plan. These are things entirely within your control, starting today, not someday. I'm Jax, and I'll see you next week. Until then, remember, the richest person in the room is rarely the loudest one. Build quietly, invest consistently, and let compound interest do the loud work for you. Bonus fact before we close, the odds of winning Powerball are 1 in 292 million. The odds of building meaningful wealth through consistent investing over 30 years are virtually 100% for anyone who starts and maintains the habit. Choose your game wisely. 5 more surprising lottery facts. The biggest jackpot ever was $2 billion in 2022. Studies show lottery winners' life expectancy actually decreases. 55% of winners continue working after winning. 1 in 5 end up deeper in debt than before, and only 5% of winners credit their lottery win as a source of long-term happiness. Research on happiness and lottery winners reveals something profound. The initial joy is real but short-lived, typically returning to pre-win baseline within 1 year. Meanwhile, people who build wealth gradually through their own efforts consistently report higher lasting life satisfaction. The process of earning and growing wealth contributes to happiness in ways that sudden windfall cannot replicate. The rare lottery winner who thrives 10 years later looks like this. Still lives modestly, drives a normal car, gives anonymously and strategically, has a small trusted financial team, and has grown their principal through conservative, diversified investments. They look nothing like what you'd imagine. and they're happier than almost any winner who lived it up. The deepest lesson of the lottery winner story is this: financial knowledge without money is more valuable than money without financial knowledge, because financial knowledge creates money, and it does so repeatedly, reliably, and over a lifetime, whereas money without knowledge evaporates every time. The most common question I anticipate, but what if I immediately invest lottery winnings? Great instinct, but without financial education, even investing goes wrong. Winners get scammed by financial advisors, make panic decisions during market downturns, pull out at the worst times, and still lose. The knowledge must come first, always before the money. The real jackpot has always been available to you. Financial literacy, combined with consistent habits, multiplied by time, equals permanent generational wealth. This is the jackpot that never gets taken away, the jackpot that grows instead of depletes. And unlike Powerball, your odds of winning this one are entirely in your hands. Today's entire video in 3 sentences. 1. Money amplifies habits, not luck. 2. Financial knowledge is worth more than any lottery win. 3. Start building your habits now, because compound interest handles the rest. I'm Jax, and I'll see you next week for the video on how billionaires legally pay almost zero taxes. Until then, every dollar you save this week is a vote for your future financial freedom. Make it count.